guys, welcome back to our closet. My daughter is sleeping, so I'm gonna film it here this evening. It's 11:36 and I'm gonna go ahead and do a make tutorial. So I've not done a make tutorial. We're gonna do a chit chat and do a make tutorial. I have not filmed me doing makeup on this channel since I believe March. So it's been a while. I'm not really sure what I want to do, so I'm gonna be grabbing makeup as I go along. And we're gonna talk about bitter baby mamas, because we're gonna jump right in, because I felt myself turning into a bitter baby mama, and I want to save all of y'all from turning into a bitter baby mama. I'm fortunate to where I kind of caught myself very early on. But yeah, so we're just gonna do a little girl chat while I put on some makeup. I have not really done full on makeup. Well, no, my last video I did full on makeup, but before then I have not done full on makeup in a while. I'm just like lazily filling in my brows. They need to be waxed. So yeah, bitter baby mama. And the reason why I say I felt myself turning into a bitter baby mama is because, excuse me and my daughter's dad, we have our moments where we get along and moments when we don't. And it got to the point to where like I was using too much of my energy focused on what he was doing and not doing, and as far as our daughter goes. And when he would come around, it's like I would want to interrogate and question him about things, not involving other women because I could care less, but like about like why he wasn't doing certain things when it came to our daughter. And I caught myself becoming very bitter. And I want to save y'all from that, because it's not the life I want for me, and it's not the life I want from y'all. For y'all, sorry. Because it's not cute. And then it takes away attention from who's most important, and that's the child. And it takes away from your mental health and things like that. So I'm gonna give you guys 3 things I learned that stopped me from becoming a bitter baby mama. So that was just my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I finally read up on it, and I used the shade Rich Chocolate, one of my favorite concealers of all time. I want to use my Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. This is my Naked Cherry. I don't know why, but when I said I want to sit down and do a makeup tutorial, I was like, oh, I want to use my Naked Heat. But I don't see it. And I don't remember selling it. I found it. So step 1 into not becoming a bitter baby mama is the biggest one, which is don't focus on what the other parent is doing or not doing. And I want to give you guys a little, I put way too much of this. I forgot how opaque and thick this eyeshadow base is. I'm going to give you guys a little something from my own childhood experience. So I grew up like having both parents, but not in the home. Like my mom and dad live together now, but when I was growing up as a kid, they did not. My parents started living together when I was in high school, I think. Junior high school. High school. I was in high school. And so I always lived with my mom. Sidebar, all this stuff that is going on with Mophie makes me realize and remember that I need new brushes. But I'm gonna get some from Sigma. But I'm definitely overdue for some new eyeshadow brushes. But anyway, so yeah, my parents, I always knew my dad, but he never lived with us growing up, right? So if you hear a sound, it's my heat. We have a freeze warning here in Georgia, here in Atlanta. So my heat is on like full blast. But anyway, so yeah, I never grew up, I always grew up living with my mom, right? And when I was a kid, I never thought about like what my dad was and wasn't doing because I just knew that I really loved my dad. So that was never a thing for me to worry about, like, oh, is my dad buying me food or whatever the hell. Like, I never, oh, this actually is a Sigma brush. I never thought about that. So, as I got older and grew up, started like, this is like pre me having a child of my own, I just realized that my mom really just did everything for me. Like, I owe my mom so much because she just did everything for me. Everything. And think of it like that. Like, the child is going to grow up and see, like, who was there and who wasn't. Like, and whatever relationship your child has with the other parent is up to that child. Like, my mom, I've never seen or heard my mom say or do anything negative about my dad. So it's like, I have the relationship I have with my dad because that's just the relationship that I have with my dad. The relationship that my sister has with my dad is very different. You know what I mean? And you just gotta think of it that way. It's like, the child is gonna grow up and be like, you know what? No matter what my dad did or didn't do, my mom put on for me. So the first thing is to not really focus on what the other parent is or isn't doing. Just make sure, as long as you as the mom or you as the dad, you are showing up in the best possible way for your child, that's all that matters. And that's what your child is going to grow up to remember, is that the parent who really put on for them. And you know what? If both parents put on for them, then that child is very lucky and you know, kudos to them. But you know, if you focus on like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm doing this, and what is, you know, the mom doing or what is the dad doing, then it's like, it takes away so much time and energy you could be spending on that child. So it's like, don't worry about it. So that's that. Let's do this. So that's number one. Number two, don't tell that parent how to parent. I had to learn that. I spent so much time telling the other parent how I wanted them to parent our child. And I don't mean like core values and things, because we're not there yet because she's a baby. But like, oh, why are you doing this that way? Why are you not seeing her this many times a week? Or why are you not spending this many hours with her a day? Like, telling that parent how to be a parent, we're not doing that anymore. I'm going to go on with my Milk Hydro Mist Primer. This is my staple primer. I'm not gonna lie, I need to probably venture out and find a new primer, but that one just works so well for me. I just had not used another primer in so freaking long. The foundation, I'm gonna go in with the I'm about to say Laura Mercier, the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Rare foundation. I've been wanting to try this for a long time. I got it on sale on Black Friday at Sephora. I don't think this is my right shade though. This is the shade 555. Wait, is that the shade? 555 SUEC? I don't know. I don't think this is my right shade. Oh, let me go wet my beauty blender. I'll be right back. I think I wore this once. I'm gonna use it with the beauty blender because the last time I wore it with a brush, and I don't know why, but I just felt like, dang, I think I would have got it looking better had I used a beauty blender. So I'm not gonna lie, I have not used a beauty blender to. I don't think this is my right shade. Like, I don't think that's right. I have not, yeah, like, I don't think that's right. But I do believe, yeah, I think it's like a hair too dark for me. This would be great for me in the summer. I do tend to look darker in the summer. But yeah, you see how it doesn't really match my neck? Maybe on camera you can't really see it, but I can definitely see it. Definitely. They also had the double wear. Who makes double wear? Estee Lauder, I think. On sale, and I didn't get it because I was like, I have so many foundations. And it's funny, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I posted that I may need to purge my makeup, but then afterwards I kind of regretted posting that because I was like, oh my gosh, let's be honest, I did such a big purge before I moved here. There's really no need for me to purge again. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. But anyway, oh no, what I'm about to say is, like, I also found out today that Becca Cosmetics, is it true Becca's out of business? So mad about that. But with Morphe is like, they make my favorite setting spray, they make my favorite pressed powder. I love we're gonna use some Morphe products in the rest of this video. RIP to Morphe. Actually, we're not. I'm so mad about what I read and what I saw about how they did their employees. I used to work for a company that the store closed, and it is moved. They tried their best to move every employee to another location. And even with them moving us, we still got a severance for those who stayed on board with the company. And the way Morphe is doing their employees is just shiesty, nasty, dirty, low down. But yeah, so like, we're not telling them how to parent, because like I was saying, it takes away the time and energy from the child. And then also it's like, I'm not telling you how to be the best you can be as a parent, because only you can define that. Like, only I can define what I feel it is. It is what I feel is me giving my child my all. If me giving my child my all is, if giving your child your all is you picking them up from school every day, then, and you know, making sure that your child, I would say your son, your child eats, and making sure that your child, you know, has clothing and things like that, then okay. If you feel like you giving your child your all is making a phone call once a month, not saying that that's my situation, because it's not, but it's like, if that's what you feel like is giving your child your all, then you call your child once a month. I'm not going to tell you how to be a parent. I'm just not. I'm just not going to do it. Especially if the child is safe with that other parent. If the child is with that other parent and the child is safe and you don't have to worry about the child's well-being, then okay, that's even better. But I'm not going to tell you how to be a parent. Not going to tell you how to be a parent. Because that, you know, that may look different for everybody. You know what I mean? And that's just that. I really hope my baby doesn't wake up, you guys. I've been in mommy mode for the past, like, I'm not talking about mommy mode 24/7. But I was so looking forward to me sitting down and talking to you guys about this, because, like, I really caught myself, like, emotionally getting involved in conversations that I shouldn't be in with my daughter's dad. Like, honestly, I caught myself being involved in conversations that was just like, where I really had to ask myself, like, you really care about that? You care? Because you shouldn't. And then I caught myself getting really upset about it. And I you know, it made me extremely anxious and angry. And then when he would come around to see his daughter, I would just be really anxious in my own home, and that wasn't okay. I'm gonna go off camera and liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have on some liner and lashes, so I'm gonna go ahead and dust all this off. So yeah, I caught myself just really emotionally, it was just emotionally taxing. And it's like, I caught myself constantly worrying about, my gosh, you know, I want him to do this, that, and the third, really, so that my daughter doesn't really, so that my daughter really wouldn't be, it's so dirty, but this is one of my favorite, this, I will admit, this Mophie pressed powder, like, it's one of my faves. I'm so mad I didn't know they were going out of business sooner, because I definitely would have read up on this powder. But let me know down below some of you guys' favorite pressed powder foundations that is full coverage. But anyway, so yeah, it's like I found myself emotionally getting involved in what he was and wasn't doing. And it just became a headache for me. I'm looking for my MAC. My makeup drawer is so disgusting. It was just too much. And it's just like, why am I putting myself through all this stress? You know? Because I was always just so worried, like, oh my gosh, my daughter, I want her to have this. And you know what? She's only 5 months. Like, I literally was doing the most. So I just decided, like, that. And the third and final tip is to keep it simple. So when I say keep it simple, I mean, like, keep it simple. If you and the parent don't get along, you and the other parent, When it comes to text messages, keep it about the child. Phone calls, keep it about the child. If it's not about the child, don't even entertain it. Don't respond. Act like that person doesn't exist. Because just keep it simple. If you and the other parent does get along, still keep it simple. Because it's like, that way things don't get muddied up, and it's not like, do you guys remember this Makeup and Clap with Kathleen Lights highlighter palette? I still have mine. And yes, I still use it. So that way things don't get muddied up. It's like, no, oh, you said, or you did, or no. Keep it simple. And also, don't be them. Don't be that. Don't, especially for women, because I had to learn this. I'm gonna be, all of this stuff I'm giving you guys from my own personal experience. I'm gonna grab one of my old MAC blush palettes that I customized. I used to be, I'm gonna use a random blush in here. I used to be such a matte girl. Like, literally. I don't even know what blush this is. And I'm gonna go with my NYX matte finish spray. So yeah, don't be the baby mama that the baby daddy could always run back to. Don't be in him. Don't be, you know, doing no favors. None of that. Don't be there. Like, it's such a thing with baby mamas, and it's just like, oh well, she's probably still her baby daddy. Girl, but what? To get pregnant again? Like, if you genuinely don't see a future with this man, don't do it. And just don't, what highlighter am I gonna use? I'm gonna use a press highlighter today. I don't want to do the whole shebang of a loose, you know what, I guess I could use this Juvia's Place one in Nubia. Don't be there. I ain't doing no favors. I'm not doing none of that. And it's like, whenever he would call me like, oh, Britt, can you do X, Y, and Z? I would just freaking do it because it's like, it's my daughter's dad. But then it's like, why? Why? And then I wasn't even getting that same, you know, support in return. And it's like, I'm literally doing some other things that I used to do when we were together, and we're not together. So it was like, just I've learned, keep it simple. And then also, not in my case, but in some cases, that's how emotions get reinvested. And it's like, we don't have the time for that. No. So keep it simple. So this is the face we made. Super simple. But yeah, those are my tips on how not to be a bitter baby mama, because we ain't doing that. We are here to be great parents, protect our child's mental health, emotional health, physical health. We are there to be the nourishment to our children. We are not there to focus on the outside noise and be present every moment for our child, because even with Summer Rose, she's only 5 months. She will not be 5 months forever. Literally in like 2.5, 3 weeks, should be 6 months. And then I'll blink and she'll be 1. So it's like, enjoy this time with your children. Enjoy this time with yourself. Getting to know yourself and your new roles. If you are new parents, just like me, or if like you may have been with the other parent and had kids and now you're not, and now you have to relearn things. We are here to grow and nourish ourselves in these new roles that we are carrying. So we ain't being bitter. Whether you man or female, we're not doing that. So hopefully these tips helped you. This is how they helped me. And now, do I have the best relationship with my daughter's dad? No, but It's not the best, but it's been worse. And I'm at a point, it's all because I've set boundaries, crazy set boundaries. I focus on my child, and I don't do nothing I don't want to do for nobody, including the other parent. And I let the other parent be the parent they're going to be, and I be the parent that I'm going to be. And I know in my heart my child will be okay. So I hope this helped you the way it helped me. And I got an opportunity to put on some makeup, y'all. So I will see you all in the next one. Mwah.